And that last time I got gonorrhea, I told myself I would never go to a rest stop bathroom ever again.
Folks, we already damn starting wild, and that's how I damn like it. Folks at home, ladies and gentlemen, whoo, we are tore up, and baby, you know how it is, damn, season 3. You know how I am. I'm still tearing it damn up. Whoo, ladies and gentlemen, I have got the hottest act in comedy today, Trent Chappell. How in the hell you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. It's great to be here. I tried to mentally prepare myself for this today, so I went on a hot date earlier today, actually.
You did?
Yeah, it went pretty good. I thought things went well. I was a gentleman the whole time. I paid for absolutely nothing.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, you know. And I gave her a couple flat tires while we were walking down the street, you know, like a real man does.
That's how you do it.
And I reached in for the hug at the end, and I got punched in the stomach. And that's when I told myself, that one's a keeper.
Hell yeah.
That's definitely a keeper. It's okay. She texted me and said we'll do it again sometime.
Hey, man, that's always – was that on Tinder on that one?
Oh, no. Actually, this one wasn't on Tinder. Luckily, it was like kind of one of those that fell in my lap, you know.
Hey, folks at home, that's how you damn do it.
That's right. That's right. I did it organically.
Man, I can't do that anymore. Shit. The damn Bumble's the worst fucking app out there.
Tell me about it. Because, you know, the women have to be the ones to talk first, so I never get a reply.
No, it's like they'll mash and they're like, oh, and then they see the show and it's like, oh, you're famous, and then all of a sudden they see the dick and it's game over.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, you got to show them the dick first, man. Got to, you know, get that out of the way.
That's how I met damn John Cleese, though.
Oh, yeah?
Hell yeah. Trey, how you doing tonight, man?
Good, man. Good.
Hey, man, that was a hell of an icebreaker.
Yeah, definitely.
So, Trent, tell me how you got into damn comedy.
Well, to be honest, I was doing some community theater back in Sparta.
Okay.
And I was president and chairman of the board for a little bit, and I was trying to bring comedy into it. And I was trying to do a comedy troupe and do, like, sketches and stuff on stage. And it just got really hard to, like, get people together to, like, do a group thing. And I've always wanted to do comedy for years. I've grown up, you know, watching it and studying it and things, and when I realized that it was so hard to get other people into it, I was like, you know, stand-up comedy is something where I just got to worry about myself.
Yeah.
So I just started looking around, going to open mics, and it just kind of just worked itself out, man, and here I am, you know. Just.
There you go. Do you like the independence of it, like it's all for you and it's your material? Now, you don't have anybody writing for you or anything?
I do not. No,
okay.
I write everything myself. I try to do my best to stay relevant and to, I don't know, to really take a lot of stuff that happens in my life and really exaggerate it to make it funny. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it has to do with women. A lot of it does.
Hey, we're putting you out there. Feminism 101.
That's right. That's right. I know how to treat a lady. I'm still single.
Hey, hit them up.
That's right. You know, I'm a almost 35-year-old man, and I live by myself in a house. That's right. In a house. And I have 3 jobs presently on top of the comedy thing, so I stay pretty busy. You know?
You're the new Demolition Man.
That's right. That's right. I'm a machine.
Hell yeah. God damn. God almighty. We starting off hot this season.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So, tell me, from your comedian stance and all that, now how many acts have you done so far?
I've done a couple acts for this comedy showcase out of Greensboro that does this once a month, like new comedian type of thing. It's a lot of fun. I've been going to open mics to another place in Greensboro. I recently just did an open mic at Charlotte Comedy Zone, which was a lot of fun. Yeah, that's some pretty legit stuff right there.
Yeah.
I actually took a trip to California not too long ago and did some comedy in Los Angeles.
Oh, very nice.
You know, I had to be like all those other people out there and be like, yeah, I had to go to L.A. to try to get my start.
Hey, that's a good spread from here, coast to coast, baby.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I had to see if my country boy jokes would work in West Coast crowd. You know what I'm saying?
How did it go over?
It went over pretty well. But it's hard when you're doing a lot of open mics because it's just a room full of comedians and they're more worried about what they're going to be doing for their set as opposed to I'm not paying attention to what this guy's saying on stage. So a lot of times if you get laughs, it's just not like
half-ass giggle.
Yeah, exactly, the half-ass giggle. That's right. But it's been a lot of fun so far. Just bouncing around and really getting to know. It really kind of felt natural to get on stage and just like talk about my pain.
Yeah.
To make it funny.
Hey, that's how you got to do it.
That's how you got to do it, man. That's how you got to do it because it's always funny to everyone else unless it happens to them, you know?
Exactly. Now, what are some of your kind of inspirations or role models in comedian? Who do you like pull from?
That's a really good question, actually, and I have been thinking about that. because I was thinking back to when I first ever like discovered it, and it was when I was really little, and it was a lot of the old school guys like Jerry Clower, you know, Ray Stevens. My grandma used to listen to them a lot when I was a little kid, and I always remembered that was kind of cool. And then when I got a little bit older, I was getting into more of the racy comics like Eddie Murphy, George Carlin, Richard Pryor, and things like that. Dave Chappelle is probably one of my favorite stand-up comedians of all. And it was just like the way that they were taking things that they were processing through how, you know, how crazy our society is and things like that. It's like, you know, I think like that sometimes too. So it's like cool to like write it down and then formulate it into a joke. And when people laugh, I'm like, I'm going to hold on to that, you know.
It's kind of like a little high.
Yeah, it is, man. It's like a drug. Like once you get on and people are just think you're funny the whole time, it's hard to not like just stop doing it, you know.
Yeah.
It's.
I was going to talking about that and all the process and you know where you pull from and all that. What is kind of like without giving too much away because I know you don't want to give out your secrets. But what kind of the process of doing your jokes? Like what do you do? Do you like you said? I know you said you write down, but where do you grab the inspiration from? Like
A lot of it comes. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of it just comes randomly because I was listening to a couple of guys at one point when I was really trying to learn how to write jokes, and I was listening to some guys. One of them is Anthony Jeselnik. He's a really savage comic, and he's a real like kind of punchline comic. You know. And so I wrote a couple of jokes, kind of influenced by him, and I just realized that. That's kind of can be my wheelhouse, and I'm still feeling it out right now because you know a lot of comedians they're storytellers, you know, as opposed to the straight punchline. So I try to do a little bit of both.
Gotcha.
You know, it's like I try to tell a story, but then throw in like a straight punchline joke while I'm doing it. It's kind of interesting, and I'm still learning a lot about it, but it seems to be getting better and better each time I go up there. So that's good. That's good to do.
Now, being also one thing I was wanting to know in like today's climate, you know, you got people there who are easily offended, or you got to really watch what you say. How does that determine like your performance?
Well, from any comic that I've heard talk about the same issues, they've always mainly said the same thing, and that's to not change.
Yeah.
It is hard with the present social climate to not offend people with certain jokes. But I think it's all in how you use your wording and how you kind of bring them in to, like, what you're trying to mean by the joke. Because, you know, you're just being funny. It's not that you, like, really mean a lot of stuff that you say. And but I think that's the one thing that people don't understand about comedy is that it's a joke.
Yeah.
And it's not serious, you know.
And I think that's why I like to do, like, seeing comedy. And when I like to make fun of myself first. Because if I can make them laugh at me, I can make them laugh at themselves. Right. And that's the easy way, and that's how you get them going.
Definitely. I definitely make fun of myself more than I would anyone else.
Hell yeah. Hell, that's how I got damn over. Hell, that's how I got this damn show.
Oh, right. Right. Well, there you go. That's a start.
So hell, now I was going to go backtrack just a little bit.
All right.
How long have you said you've been into it? You said
I just started this year.
Just started this year.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. I just started doing it this year.
Cool. Now, is this something you're looking for long term? Is it just you feel like doing a career in this, or?
I really couldn't say right now.
Okay.
Honestly, I just try to keep doing it as much as I can, and if something does come out of it, it'd be cool. Yeah. It's not like I'm trying to be, you know, A-lister or anything like that, but just to be good enough at it and that people want to see me when they find out that I'm performing somewhere.
Okay.
Is just enough for me. Because I've met some, especially when I was in L.A., I met some really like low-level guys that actually tour. And so I was like, I wouldn't mind getting like that being as far as I go because they still do paid gigs. They still go around the country and stuff like that. But they're not household names. Yeah. That's all right with me, though.
That might be the best thing. You're still having fun. You're still doing what you're doing, but you don't have like the the pressure of being.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Sometimes that's just a little too much, you know. I don't think I want people following me around all the time knowing what I'm doing. Like, I have to do, like, 20 tweets a day or, you know, have Instagram stories of videos and stuff of just me eating lunch, you know.
It can get pretty crazy.
Yeah. It's pretty wild.
Oh, somebody say wild?
Woo!
Oh! What a hell of a segue. Now, one thing I loved, you know, we was talking, you know, setting up this interview and everything, and one thing I loved that you asked me is, so, like, what's the kind of level you asked me of the jokes you wanted to tell? It's like, do I need to be, a certain rated, certain way? I said, baby, it's the Wild West Show. Do whatever you want.
That's right. That was a perfect answer too. But it's just because recently I was up in Sparta. There's a restaurant / music hall there called Muddy Creek, and they have an open mic on Thursdays, but it's a lot of just like music acts. So a lot of acoustic solo guys up there, just like doing songs and things like that. And my daughter, I have a daughter who's almost 13 years old, and she never seen me do comedy. She knew I was doing it, and she was like, "You should go up there and do it." I was like, well, I haven't really prepared anything for this kind of crowd, because I knew that I couldn't go up there with with some of the jokes that I write and it really like go over with the crowd.
Yeah.
So I had to really clean it up for that. But when I did it the following week, I took her out there and I was like, yeah, I'll do it this time. And I had some material prepared and they seemed to love it. So
that's good.
Yeah, so it kind of made me think a little more and kind of made me feel like that it's a way to like widen my range a little bit instead of like some comics have the shtick and they just kind of stay with it, and that's why, and where I'm trying to really find out what kind of comedian I am. It's good to try to test out different things and get out of my comfort zone a little bit,
And that's a good thing. It's like you may be able to take PG comedy and polish it so good, and then you could infiltrate it into like your standard comedy, and then all of a sudden that starts really getting over, and you're like, hey, I figured out something.
Right? Yeah, that's actually a really good point. Yeah, that is something to think about.
Well, folks, listen, this interview's been going too damn good, and listen, when we come back, I got it for you. Trent Chappell, baby, he's gonna do a stand-up for you. Whew, I hope you're ready to get tore up, because everybody here is tore up. Folks, the Wild West crowd, let me hear you. Folks.
Huge crowd here.
Man, we get tore up. Listen, folks, I want to remember, thank you for liking and subscribing. And, folks, when we come back, it's time. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm Keith from Man the Polar. Are you enjoying the music coming out of your headphones?
I'm just not enjoying the music coming out of my headphones.
Have you been disappointed with the music coming out of your radio?
Yes, I have been disappointed with the music coming out of my stereo.
Having trouble finding music that's right for you?
I am having trouble finding the right music for me.
Well, have you tried And the Polar?
And the Polar.
Well, for just a limited time, you can get Ann's first and brand new second album for just $8.99 all over the digital landscape.
No way!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Wild West Show. Whew. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got a great performance for you tonight. So I want you to be at home, sitting in your little recliner, your little desk chair, or just laying on that nice sort of mattress. Because, ladies and gentlemen, we have got Trent Chappell in the house. Trent Chappell, come on down, baby, and tear it up.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to be here, Wes. Good to be here. Getting wild tonight. That's right. Yeah, I need to know woo right now. So I have to admit, a lot of my jokes are about women. And first of all, to my family out there, I'm sorry for what you're about to hear. You probably shouldn't be watching this video up to this point. But I'm going to do it anyway. So, I was in a long-term relationship until a couple of years ago. And things didn't work out, mainly because at the time, she was still single. But it was cool. It was cool. It was only with my friends, which is why they never warned me about it. Makes a lot of sense now, That would be a really awkward kind of conversation to have, don't you think? It's like, Trent, I come here today to let you know your girlfriend has been cheating on you. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Do you have any idea who it could be with? Let's go get some shots. Let's go get some shots. Shots are on me. Shots are on me. And little did I know that wasn't the only thing that's been on him. But, no, it's weird because I'm in my 30s and I'm single and I'm completely clueless as to what I should be doing right now. I had a a friend that I could turn to. I have one single friend. Most of my friends are already like married and in relationships and families and stuff. So I asked my one single friend, I was like, what does a guy got to do these days? And he said, you should do online dating. So he referred me to an online dating site. And I come to find out that there aren't any women on Grindr. A lot of really nice guys, a little too nice, but no women. Yeah, but as time went on, I found myself being I really come to find out the real joke here are relationships, because I was getting advances from only women that were involved, like they had a boyfriend or a fiance, even a husband, or all the above. But I had to give in because that was all I had. That's all I had available to me. So I started having sex with a girl that was in a relationship until she got pregnant. But I thought it was bad. Really, it worked out in the end for me because I wasn't the one stuck paying for the abortion.
Bam.
What are you going to do? What are you going to do? So I traveled on and tried the online dating, and I went on a date on Tinder not too long ago. And just as I suspected, it went terrible. Very terrible. No sparks flying or anything like that. And the weird part about it is she at first was like, oh, I don't do hookups on here, so just go ahead and swipe left if you think you're going to hook up tonight. So I was like, cool, no pressure. Go to dinner. And then she's like, hey, do you want to come back to my place and watch a movie? And I'm like, alarm's going off just a little bit. And I'm thinking to myself, nah, maybe she just wants to hang out a little bit longer. Then she's like, oh, by the way, the only TV I have is in my bedroom. I'm like, what exactly are we going to watch? Because the movie itself could be like a major game changer for what I'm going to watch. But you know, it was just reruns of The Office, so I got my dick sucked and bounced. This is a good crowd right here. Getting wild. Woo! But no, the next girl, she was something else. She came on a little too strong, I think. She was already saying a lot of crazy things at first, like, you're so important to me. You mean the world to me. She even said, I love you after 2 weeks. And I was like, whoa. You got to pump the brakes. You got to slow it down. Because first of all, that's not going to convince me to let you out of the trunk of my car. Yeah. But one more time, I want to thank Wild West for having me here tonight. This has been a really great time, and I wish you nothing but the best, man. And I hope everything turns out well. I think our interview went good, but you know, I've had a lot of interviews go bad. Like that's what kind of a first date is, anyway, isn't it? You know. Like, that's one first date I had was with a girl when I was doing a comedy show. Yeah, everybody was laughing except her. She was sitting right up front, just with arms crossed, just not even laughing the whole time. I was like, well, this was a shitty date. So the next day, I text her and waited on a response. But when I'm waiting on a response, I treat it like a missing persons case. If I don't hear anything in 48 hours, she's dead to me. Thank you, guys. I'll see you out there in Internet land again. Thank you.
Folks at home, I know you damn enjoyed it. Good Lord, we was out here laughing. Oh, man, the damn wild ones were damn tore up tonight. Folks, I want to thank Trent Chappell one more time. Trent, you check him out. Come on that back up here. We're doing a damn shoot there. I want. Damn, hell yeah, you whatever size you want, just like my damn last marriage.
Oh. Well.
Hey, what kind? You got any social media or anything out there you want to get up?
You can find me on Instagram at Mr_Tarantula. That's Tarentula. Like tarantula, like a tarantula, but tarantula. You know what I'm saying? I was wanted y'all to keep up with that out there. He looks like a smart man. But it's also my same handle on Twitter. I don't have much of a presence there, but Instagram is where most of my comedy stuff is.
Oh, what a deal. Well, thank you again, man. Thanks, come on, Wild Show. And, folks, remember, home, like and subscribe. And remember, as I always tell you, and, folks, I know you got that nice thong on like our daddy likes it. Stay wild.
Yeah. Yo, what up, Big Wes? What up, Big Wes? See what I got on this. Yo. Sit back and relax and watch this rapid fire Q&A display. Live and direct, the jam is here. Have no fear, so keep it rocking, knocking heads off the competition. Take a listen, while I spit this introduction. I'm nice when in between percussions. No forgiving beats concussion. But Wild West is even better. The only difference is he's a storyteller on this episode. What up, man? So grab you a drink, kick your feet up while I beat up this track. Jack his jaw if you will, so chill. Silence your cell phone and shut your mouth, and let the man put it down. Let's go. So everybody put your hands together for the man of the hour. But before he goes on, I got a little more, if you don't mind. Joe, humble beginnings, but now he's winning. Notice the title belt shimmering across his waist. The audience takes a seat, but they don't want me. They want the next best thing up on this MIC. So I please the crowd. Give the stage to the man with the plan, who's got the world inside of his hands, trying to get you to understand he's taking the land from the north, the south, the east, the wild, wild west. Yes, yes. Essential, and my man, the Wild West, y'all, the Wild West, y'all. It's the wild, the Wild West, y'all, the Wild West, y'all, the Wild West, y'all, the wild, the wild.